Today we're at Kinmel Park driving range in North Wales. They just installed the Toptracer technology, and in this video I'm going to hit 50 balls, hit the G4 swing trainer, and also my new driver, an eBay special I just picked up recently. So I'm going to hit all 50 balls in order and also give some tips and tricks to help me go from 27 to 12 golf handicap over the last year. So we've got our bay and I've tipped out all the balls. Now the first thing I'm doing is just separating the better quality ones and saving them for later to use on the woods, on the driver and the hybrids. And off camera I've done some stretching, maybe about 2 or 3 minutes, and the first shots are just to loosen up the swing. This is the pitching wedge, just hitting to a 100-yard target, not trying to overswing, not trying to swing hard at all. And here's the technology on the first 3 shots. Just trying to loosen up, get a good strike and a good direction. And there's a pond on this driving range around 65 yards. I'm hitting the sandwich now to that, and that's the target. I love hitting to this pond. Sometimes I hit 20 balls out of 50 to this pond, alternating between every club. And sometimes I really like to just get 3 in a row in the pond, and that's a little challenge that I have. And it's really good to get a feel for like the shots from 40 to 80 yards. You know, if you hit one long or short. And yeah, that's a tip that I'd give you if you can pick a target. So now we're in a normal practice, just hitting 3 9-irons, and I have a club down here for alignment issues. Helps to align with the target exactly where I'm hitting to. And the 9-iron, 3 really good shots there. Happy with those ones, and happy with the way I started this driving range session. So doing exactly the same with the 7-iron now. There's a little bit of a crosswind on this day, left to right. But it wasn't too heavy, so I think it's okay. The data is fine for this driving range session. I hit in the 3rd shot there with the 7-iron. One was flared out to the right and the other 2 were fine. So yeah, not too bad for those 7-irons. And straight into using the G4 swing trainer. This is a 7-iron model. They kindly sent it to me and I've been using it ever since the spring, and it's been really good for my game. So this swing trainer is great for working on your rhythm and your tempo and also your grip pressure. That's what I've found. I'm swinging it much slower. It's the only way I can make contact with it, and it's great for getting a feeling of how you're swinging a club. And just to make contact with it is really hard actually in the first place. And 3 good shots. And one thing with the swing trainer, you can't just hit like 20 or 30 shots with it non-stop. You have to go back to your actual club. So this is a 7-iron, going back to my normal 7-iron. Otherwise you start like hooking the ball really violently, I think. And it's 2 good shots with the 7-iron. One was a bit of a hook to the left, but still okay. Back to the swing trainer again. Now when I first received this swing trainer, I could barely hit it. It's so difficult, and I was just going to send it back and say I can't deal with this thing. But I saw that like Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood use the exact same one. And if they're using it, then it can't be that bad. And I've persevered, and now I just can't do a range session without it. It's a really good tool. It's kind of like, even if you're changing your swing, it's just a tool you can use to get the swings feelings. So back to the 7-iron, 3 more shots. 2 really good ones there down the middle, and 1 off to the left slightly. And now it's another thing that I do. I have a power band to keep my arms together, so I'm combining swing training aids now. My swing has a weakness as my arms aren't as connected as they should be. And there's a bad swing with the G4 swing trainer. Didn't connect with that one properly at all. I think I got too fast on that one. But yeah, the power band, you can pick it up for like £10 on eBay, very cheap. So you see the miss hit there as a second ball. And thoughts on the swing trainer are that it's really good, and if you're looking for some kind of tool to help you swing, it's great. It can help you identify faults and try and work on them, and also they have a lot of drills that you're supposed to do with them, but I must admit I haven't done the drills. It's not really my style, but I might get around to doing them with them one day. So I've finished with using the swing trainer now, just using the 7-iron with the power band, and I can get a lot more power just with it. My arms are much more connected. This is kind of the on-course swing that I hope to be playing with in the future. As you can see, averages are up around 157 with a 7-iron, which is a lot more than I normally hit it. And onto my favourite club in the bag. It's a 22-degree hybrid, and this club definitely deserves its own special section, as I worked a lot on this club to try and get this swing working for me on the course, and it goes about 185 normally. In dry conditions it goes even further, can go to 210 with a rollout. And whatever club you have in the bag, it might be a 7-wood or a 4-iron that you like to hit, just keep working on it at the range. You might find something like I did. And it's my most reliable club in the bag, 190 yards, 3 shots. And I also used this swing trainer. It says swing trainer, it's like a GPS yardage tracker, and it gives a smash factor, which is important. But I wasn't using it on this day, it was the Toptracer technology. And back to the sand wedge now. Not aiming for the pond this time, but aiming for the flag, as it's the Toptracer target. And it's good to get the feeling of hitting a light wedge shot after hitting some harder ones, such as those with the hybrid. And those will all hit slightly long, but very good alignment. So onto the driver now. My driver is a Ping G10. Hitting the 12-degree driver. 12 degrees, this one. And it's quite a good club for me on the course. I've gained some extra yardage from increasing my launch degree angle, something the Toptracer technology picks up on. And 2 really good drives, but just one, they went not as far, but the offline, there's only 20 yards difference between the left and the right one, so they're all in the fairway, or the first cut, so that's fine. And starting to run out of balls now, so just 2 shots with the 8-iron to alternate from the driver. And unfortunately I didn't take a photo of the data. So now we're on to the eBay special driver. It's a Taylormade Burner. I paid £61 for this including postage, and it's in pretty good condition considering the age. I think it's 2009, this one. And here's the specs of it coming up. It's a 12-degree loft HT, and the shaft is M. That's the one that I've got. I think it's the one just below regular, so it's quite a light shaft, this one. And these are the first 3 shots I've ever hit with this club. I have to include them for balance. First 2 weren't going very well. And 3rd time's the charm. Finally got it working. First 2 were very inconsistent, and then the 3rd one was quite a decent hit. So 2 more shots with this Taylormade driver. Hitting the ball much better now. Caught these 2 really solid. And there's the distance. 1 straight down the middle, and then the other 2 were 20 and 30 yards to the right. So pretty good distances, and quite comparable to my G10 driver. So I've actually got a spare G10 driver at 10.5 degree that I only hit on the driving range, so I thought I'd hit this one for the Toptracer data. Just got 2 balls, run out of balls now really badly, so just got 2 balls with this 10.5 degree driver just to see the data. One was hit well, and then the other one was hit not so well. So the 10.5 degree driver, both shots were sliced off to the right badly. One went 230, and then the last one went 193 total yardage. But I'd definitely like to return to the range and hit some more balls and do some more driver testing. So it's the last 2 shots of the day, only 2 balls left. This is my regular driver, 12 degree. And the last shot of the day is with the Taylormade driver. And I think I swung this one a bit harder than normal. Just wanted to, because this is a new driver, and I got the best driver of the day, 238 yardage and straight down the middle. Take that all day long. Best driver with the 12 degree G10 was 237. So the new driver pipped my current driver by 1 yard, which is nothing really, but it's a really good condition club. I'm happy that I bought it. And it's something I'm going to be playing with, just trying to see how consistent I can get it on the course. It's not going to go in the bag straight away, but I'll use it on some practice rounds I've got, and also on the range, and maybe do another test in the future. Maybe have a head-to-head, hit 10 balls of each driver, get the averages, see which one's more forgiving for me, which one works better for my swing. So definitely more to investigate in the future. So there's the full driving range session for me complete, all 50 balls hit. My motto with using the driving range is less is more. If I'm hitting 100 balls, I wouldn't do that on a normal course, so I only hit 50 once a week, and that's enough for me. On this day, did a bit more swing training work and driver work than normal, so this isn't a normal driving range session. I'd normally hit the irons a lot more, and I like to hit the 5-iron a lot, because that's a club that if you can hit the 5-iron well, then the 7 and the 8 and the 9 are just a piece of cake. They're much more forgiving. And another point I'd like to make is some people, they just like to bash the driver. I don't know if it's a macho thing or what, against the people in the base next to them, but that's just like a disaster. You're not going to help your game at all doing that. You're more likely to cause yourself an injury than help your game. Maybe just work on the driver to try and draw it or fade it or something like that, but just to go all out for power all the time, it's not something that's going to directly contribute to getting better scores. Maybe get some speed sticks or something like that if you wanted to really do some driver training. And yeah, I think I've said everything, so I think I've gone on too long now. So that's a normal driving range session for me, just hitting the club smoothly, not swung it out of my socks, and using quite a few training gains. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed using the Toptracer technology and playing it, and see you on the next one. Signing off.